Welcome back to Fourth and Pain, the only football and pro wrestling show to be hosted by an NFL player and a weight loss champion. That right there is Redskins defensive end Adam Carriker.
I'm Adam Carriker. I'm the son of a small town farmer. That's Chuck Carroll, the American dream, the son of a plumber.
Yeah,
Was that a good accent or not?
It's a little.
Hold on, let me get the elbow. Bam!
And
the American dream, Dusty Rhodes.
That's why you gotta subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/Fourth and Pain. Hello there, son of a plumber, Chuck Carroll here.
So much better than I did it.
Be sure, yeah, but it's still not good. Be sure to follow the show at Fourth and Pain. New content each and every weekday, 1 p.m. Eastern. New shows such as this time, my friend, to talk a little wrestling, a little WWE, the comings, the goings, and let's start right at the top with WWE Raw. Daniel Bryan wins the title again, and again he gets screwed out of it. I've given you the topic. You discuss.
My take on it is this. That's another way to make him more and more over with the crowd. The first time he held the title for 5 minutes at the end of SummerSlam. This time he holds it for a day and then they take it from him. It's the ultimate underdog. They're screwing this guy. If you're watching TNA right now, you're going to know that AJ Styles has had to wait for a year after getting pinned in that match by James Storms about a year ago. And he had to wait a year to win the world title. When he wins it, it's going to be that much bigger of a deal. It's the same thing with Daniel Bryan right now in the WWE. What I found interesting is what did he say? They put the WWE title in a state of abeyance or something like that. Is that what he
it's
said?
suspended. It's up for grabs.
It was some big
vacated.
fancy word that Triple H probably made up, not even in the thesaurus or the dictionary. But they didn't give it to Randy Orton. I thought that was interesting. It would have been even better had they taken it and just given it right back to Randy Orton. I think that would have made it even better. I know they want him to be the Viper, the sadistic, twisted guy that tortured Stephanie and Triple H a few years ago, but it would have been better had they just given it right back to him.
Adam, you're talking to the voice of positivity. This is Mr. Sunshine, Chuck Carroll, speaking here on Twitter at the Chuck Carroll, by the way.
Cheap plug.
I got to be honest with you. This
I was hoping you would be.
Outright horrible.
You don't like it?
WWE has twice screwed fans who have spent their hard-earned money on pay-per-views to see their guy Daniel Bryan go for the gold, win it twice now. 2 months in a row, they've been screwed. I've even heard of fans getting a refund after complaining to WWE about this very thing. I didn't know that. This is true.
See, to me, it's just part of the storyline. It makes him more and more over. The bigger underdog fans are going to connect with him more. You don't like it.
I think it's horrible. And I understand what you're talking about as far as there being a payoff, but you can't keep stripping this guy. It's going to get old. It's going to get monotonous. And to some, it's infuriating. And when it's costing your company money, which is at the end of the day, all that really matters, money and ratings, that's when you know that something isn't working.
Elongating this feud. And I think that is going to make them more money because right now, who else can be a main eventer except Daniel Bryan or Randy Orton? Yeah. This is the way to elongate that feud. Why do you think they didn't give it to Randy? Just give it to him and infuriate the people even more.
Dude, it's a baby step in the right direction. I will give you that. Not giving it to Randy is a baby step in the right direction. We could talk about that forever.
By the way, AJ Styles will win the TNA World Championship. I am predicting it here. He predicted he'd win the Bound for Glory series. I got that wrong. Thank you, Magnus. But AJ Styles will be TNA champion soon.
Thank you.
Off topic. Let's get back to it.
You heard it here first.
There you go.
Let's circle back to that son of a plumber, Dusty Rhodes. He makes his return to WWE
so much better
Raw.
than I did it.
And he's forced by Stephanie McMahon to choose between Cody or Dustin. His son's there, winds up getting knocked out by the Big Show. You've jobbed out a WWE Hall of Famer, for God's sakes.
Here's what I don't like about this. I'm not surprised. Every WWE Hall of Famer that comes back gets taken out by somebody. I wasn't surprised by that at all. Here's what drives me nuts. The continued bullying of the world's largest athlete. 7 foot, 500-pound crybaby, the Big Show. Ironclad contract, my butthole. The guy cries and is bullied by a woman week after week, and it drives me nuts. I'm a Dusty Rhodes fan. I wasn't surprised. Like I said, they do this to all the guys that come back. And at the end of Raw, we're going to talk about the end of Raw, the whole roster comes out. Why did the Big Show not come out with all of them?
Well, let's circle back to that. We'll get to that in a second. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I think this is another way to get Cody Rhodes even more and more over, like what they're doing with Daniel Bryan, by the way. We're screwing Bryan. We're screwing the Rhodes family. Bam, people are going to love it. Love them for it.
And they're screwing over the Big Show, who they've turned once again from a badass into a blubbering buffoon.
What the heck?
No, this is horrible. Ryback now paired with Paul Heyman. If I'm Curtis Axel, I'm feeling pretty salty. Like, hey, where's my push? I kind of got thrown under the bus because Heyman comes out. He essentially says, Ryback was there when no other Heyman guy was. So good for business, bad for business. Give me your thoughts in 30 seconds, Adam.
CM Punk versus Curtis Axel, no longer interesting. Brock Lesnar's not coming back for a while. They got to have a way to continue Paul Heyman versus CM Punk. Enter guy who's become a mid-card guy, Ryback. I like it because you can continue the feud with CM Punk and Paul Heyman, keep it interesting. I don't like it because Ryback does not need Paul Heyman or should not need Paul Heyman.
I find it somewhat interesting. I don't think that it's going to last long, but God knows Ryback needs a mouthpiece. His promo skills are just not there.
I smell what you're cooking on that one.
Started kind of high with Feed Me More, and I mean, there wasn't a lot to say beyond that, so he was up there.
Rules.
And then, yeah, he took a step down.
Meat.
Yeah, and then
he dropped a dumbbell on my toe.
What he said, and then it's just kind of gone downhill the more words WWE has given him to say.
I'm actually a big Ryback fan. That's why I make fun of him, because he can be so much better.
Let's take it home. The finish, everybody from the locker room runs out, makes the big save for Daniel Bryan, kind of holds off Randy Orton and the Shield. Is there just going to be a big old house clearing by Triple H next Monday on Raw? Are these guys going to get fired?
I don't really want to talk about next week. I want to talk about what happened because you did not see the very end of Raw. Somehow you missed. I don't know if you got distracted. Maybe you were doing some kinky stuff with your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you may be interested into. But hey, weight loss champion, however get it done. But you're like, this is the worst ending. It's the same ending every single time. And I'm like, did you see everyone come out? You missed that part. I was with you. Just another Shield, Orton beating up some guy in the ring, Daniel Bryan, Big Show. What? I mean, it's the same thing over and over. Back to when Evolution ran Raw, and every ending of Raw was the same thing. And then everyone came out, and the crowd went wild. Everyone's doing yes. It went from just another boring, blasé ending to one of the best endings of Raw I've seen in quite a while.
Right, and I did get a chance to see it. I saw the highlights on YouTube, and one of the things that stood out to me immediately is that it wasn't just the mid-carders who ran out. You had guys like Rob Van Dam. You had guys like Dolph Ziggler come out and hit the ring. The Big Show was nowhere to be found.
That's my question. Where was the Big Show? Everyone else was there.
Well, he's probably in the back crying somewhere.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens on Monday. He can't fire everybody, but we'll see what happens.
It'll be interesting.
Monday night, we should say, tonight.
And lastly, I'll steal your thought that you kind of planted right before we started rolling on this segment. This, to me, reeks of a Survivor Series match kind of building up there. You've got the entire WWE good guys versus the McMahons.
It's going to be Team Triple H or Team Orton versus Team Bryan.
And last kind of nugget here. We only have 1 minute to discuss this. The NFL season is here and on 4th and Pain. That means that that's going to be our primary focus. And for most television viewers, that too is the case. WWE loses a lot of viewers, and I don't want to say fans during this time, but because television ratings are down,
it's split.
I've kind of wondered, is this now like WWE, whether subconsciously, subliminally, however it is that you want to phrase it, do their storylines start to become stale, a little mediocre? Definitely not WrestleMania level, definitely not like the build to SummerSlam. Do they become stale and they just kind of put a product out there on television and concede these 4 months?
NFL season's over?
Right.
Yes, because you don't see The Rock right now. Brock, that's why Ryback had to help Heyman. Brock's not going to be out right now. The storyline right now is really good. The problem is I've said it's a repeat. I agree with that, but I am enjoying this right now. So I'm kind of conflicting with myself. I don't think they're putting their best foot forward because they're kind of waiting until the end of the NFL season for WrestleMania season. But I am actually enjoying what they're putting out there, even though it's not their best wrestlers and it's not the best storyline they've got. I
will say that you are in the minority of people who really are enjoying the current WWE storyline. Yeah, you are definitely in the minority.
I think, and I've said before, I think the ending to Raw really changed everything for me. Until then, I may have agreed with you, but that just changed everything for me.
Well, tweet us at 4th and Pain. Share your thoughts, but right now we're fresh out of time. We got to step aside. Come right back with more 4th and Pain. Weight loss champion Chuck Carroll here with your weight loss tip of the week. And ooh, baby, it's time to get it on and burn those pounds. You know what? If you want to lose weight, typically I won't say skip a meal, but in this case, I will. I will say skip that meal and give yourself a little roll in the hay instead. Burn those calories, raise those endorphins, feel good about yourself, get a little hot, get a little sweaty, get a little bit of a workout on. You're burning calories, not taking a bit it, baby. So if you get to doing that sweet, sweet loving, you too can be a weight loss champion.